What's up, the John Squad? This is John Pilling here, your YouTube World Heavyweight Champion here on YouTube, and I'm coming to you today with my WWE Monday Night Raw review for February 18th, 2019. So let's do the Shout of the John Squad. So, we kicked off the Monday Night Raw with Triple H, and he talks about the excitement of Elimination Chamber and talks about Finn Balor beating Bobby Lashley and becoming the new Intercontinental Champion. And then he talks about Kofi Kingston becoming so close on becoming the new WWE Champion. Then he brings up Becky Lynch for what she did at the Elimination Chamber, and that DX is also inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame of Class of 2019. He brings up NXT and introduces their debuts on Raw, which is Ricochet, and we will see them in action, which is Ricochet, Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. That they'll be in action, and that we will have a tables match to start things off versus Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin tables match. Then the first match we had on Raw was Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin in a tables match, and the winner was Braun Strowman. Then, after the match, Paul Heyman comes out and Braun Strowman grabs Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman gets into the ring and talks about that they should be jealous of Brock Lesnar. That's what he says. Everyone should be jealous of Brock Lesnar, and that he put something together, a video clip of Brock Lesnar's career. So then, and then he talks about Seth Rollins and asks everyone if they should believe in Seth Rollins, if he should beat Brock Lesnar. So he asks the crowd, and then all of a sudden that Finn Balor comes out and interrupts, and then they cut to commercial, and then they come back on the air, and next thing you know is that Finn Balor cuts a promo in the ring and talks about winning the Intercontinental Championship, and then all of a sudden is that next thing you know, when Leo Rush comes out and interrupts and says that Finn Balor, you do not deserve the Intercontinental Championship. Bobby Lashley does. So then out of nowhere is that Bobby Lashley attacks Finn Balor from behind and beats him down with Leo Rush, and then next thing you know is that Ricochet comes out and makes a save, and we have ourselves a second match. So the second match on Raw was Finn Balor, Ricochet versus Leo Rush and Bobby Lashley, and the winner was Finn Balor and Ricochet. So the third match on Raw was the Lucha House Parties versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, and the winner was the Lucha House Party. Lucha. That's right. The Lucha House Party were the winners. So the next match on Raw was Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus The Revival. And the winner was Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, and that match was awesome. Then we had the Heavy Machinery got interviewed, Otis and Tucker, and then Lacey Evans comes out and she was strutting, and then the Heavy Machinery also strutted too and started to copy her what she was doing. So that was just a pretty funny thing. So then we had Bayley and Sasha Banks talk about, then they cut a promo in the ring, and they talk about becoming the new first ever women's tag team champions, and that they will defend it everywhere on Raw, SmackDown, you name it, against legends. You know, that's what they say. So that they will defend it anywhere they want, and that's what they say. So that's what they talk about. So Nia Jax and Tamina come out and they talk to Sasha Banks and Bayley, and they both try to go and attack them, but Bayley and Sasha Banks knock them right off the ring apron, and next thing you know it is that Sasha Banks tries to put her submission hold onto Nia Jax, but then Tamina saves her, and all else fails, and Sasha Banks and Bayley stand tall. So in the fifth match you had on Raw was Dean Ambrose versus Drew McIntyre, and the winner was Drew McIntyre. Man, I'm surprised Dean Ambrose just keeps losing, man. I'm just so surprised. But then we had Seth Rollins, who was backstage, who got interviewed about what happened with Paul Heyman and stuff, talks about Brock Lesnar, and then Dean Dean Ambrose shows up in the back. That was just a funny thing because you know what Dean Ambrose says to Seth Rollins? Where were you when all that stuff happened? And then Seth Rollins like this. Are you losing your mind? He's like, yeah, you're right. That's what happens there, son. Another match you had on Raw was Elias versus Aleister Black, which was Aleister Black's debut on Monday Night Raw. And the winner was Aleister Black. And he made Elias fade to black. So that's what happens there, son. The main event we had on Raw was a Raw Women's Championship match. We had was Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott, and the winner was, and still Raw Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey. And then after the match, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan try to go and attack Ronda Rousey, but Ronda Rousey fights back, and you know, she just drops them, and that's what happens to end WWE. That's what happens to end, let's see, that's what happens in WWE Monday Night Raw last night with Ronda Rousey standing tall after she just drops Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. She fights them back, and that's what happens in WWE Monday Night Raw last night. So, that's what happens there. So, once again, the John Squad, please like this video. Leave your comments down below and subscribe for more. You're all the best at John Squad. You're all one of a kind. I love each and every single one of you all. Don't forget to tap that bell on your YouTube app so you never miss an upload on my videos. Peace out, the John Squad.